welcome to Learning Bites, short, sharp bites of information that you can apply immediately. We're continuing looking at mindset, and this week we're taking a snippet out of our self-esteem and self-image course. One of the lectures that I remember going to that stands out the most for me is one in which our lecturer asked the question, who are you? So he looked at somebody in the room and said, who are you? And the person gave his name. He said, no, that's your name. Then he turned to the next person and he said, who are you? And that person gave, I think it was a technician or something. He said, no, that's your business. That's what you do in your role. Then he asked somebody else, who are you? And they said, I'm a father. He said, no, that's your role in your family. And so he went around the room, and every time somebody mentioned something, he told them what it was. And the whole process of his questioning was to get people to realize that you are not your role, you are not your position, you are not your name. And it stuck with me for a very, very long time. How do you think about yourself? Who do you see yourself as? How do you define who you are? For many people, they like to believe that they're normal. And yet when you say to them, well, who defines normal? Do you really want to be normal? Think about it. Could you imagine someone coming over and go, hey, isn't that wonderful? You're so amazingly, fantastically, and wonderfully normal. Now, for most people, we don't want to be known or referred to as normal. We want to be remembered for what we're exceptional at, what we're extraordinary at. And as we start to look at that, we begin to realize that we have a self-image, a way that we see ourselves. And the better that we can see ourselves, the more we value ourselves, the more we will be able to bring something of value to a relationship, a friendship, a sports team, a business team. You see, when we see ourselves, our whole person, our whole being as a person of value, then wherever we go, we bring something of value. One of my favorite stories that really went a long way to illustrate this point for me was around a sales manager. He had one of the single best sales teams in the country. And somebody went up to him and said, how have you done it? How have you managed to build such an amazing team? And he said, well, I have this really rigorous process where I go through and I interview people, and when I finally select the right candidates or the right candidate, then I take that person and I say, right, I want you to work for me. There's just one more step. And he said, I'll drive them down to the Cadillac car yard, and I'll tell them they have got to go and choose themselves a brand new Cadillac. And so they go choose a Cadillac out of the car yard, and then I'll say to them, right, you have to buy that Cadillac. And almost inevitably, they look at me with utter shock and horror on their face and go, what? A Cadillac? I mean, it's a new Cadillac. I can't afford a new Cadillac. And he says, if you want the role, you have to buy the Cadillac. And when the rep buys the Cadillac, he says it changes the way they think. You know, initially when they go home and they go and show their wife the Cadillac, the wife goes, oh, what have you got to do? What a brand new Cadillac? He goes, well, look, I've got a new job, and this is part of the job. And they give them the Cadillac and they start to drive around town, and they begin to see themselves as the sort of people who drive a Cadillac. And their neighbors look at them and go, oh, wow, you've got a Cadillac. Gee, that says something about you. And so you begin to change ever so subtly your image. People see you differently. So you begin to see yourself differently. What little things could you do that would take you outside of your comfort zone, that would help you to change the way you see yourself, the way you define yourself, so that you can realize just how valuable you are, just how much you have to bring, how much you have to contribute? When we really begin to think about the enormous amount of potential that we have inside of us and the difference that we can make, it's quite incredible. As we start to look at that, one of the best things that you can do is to start to stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone. Go and do something you've never done before. You know, maybe you've never run 21Ks before. Go run 21Ks. And suddenly you will see yourself as somebody different. So you're the sort of person who can run 21Ks. You're the sort of person who might jump out of an airplane. You're the sort of person who might go and help people in need. You're the sort of person who might go to a rescue effort. It changes the way you see and perceive yourself. And the more you see yourself, the better you see yourself, the more your mind is your friend, the more you see yourself as a valuable person, the more value you will bring wherever you go. Really do think about that. I look forward to hearing how you've applied it, and here's to your success.